This is Allison Brubacher, and this is my video on how to treat adverse effects. So normally I'm just very cognizant of it, ask if there's any injuries or any new issues. Also tell people to limit their chaturangas, especially if they have some issues for their shoulders. I tell them to hold their plank instead or just go straight into downward facing dog. But I generally start all of my classes like this, and I think this is a helpful way to remind my students how to position some things. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. So in the beginning of class, when we're doing our warm-up and we are in a tabletop position, I have my students really press everything into the mat. And then we go through finger by finger. I have them press their thumb, just their thumbs into the mat, super, super, super hard, and then release. Then we go into our pointy fingers, and so that they can feel how much work our fingers do if we're using them correctly. Then we go through the whole entire thing all the way to our pinky finger, and it also just helps isolate that muscle, but it really does engage everything so that they know to engage their entire hands when we are in whatever position that we're in, instead of dumping down, trying to use our fingertips, that our fingers can really help us. And then in most of my classes, because I teach at the Y, I have some older students, I do a lot of prep work to warm up muscles. I never do positions that we just go into kind of cold, but I also like to warm up like this. So I generally bring my toes back, then we put a little weight on our wrists and on our ankles, and then we just warm up those joints a lot before we do any poses. I think that's really important, especially in my classes, so that we're warming up before we do anything, and that bringing our hands like this and our fingers keeps us in a lot of alignment. The other thing that I do always is however we get into a pose, we get out the exact same way. So like today in my class, we started out like this. We were rocking back and forth. I had them pick up their toes, cross it over, and then bring our gaze across, so we got a good stretch in our side body. And so then I remind them to take it the exact same way, not to just jump out of a pose as well. So first we bring our gaze back, then we bring our toes up and back, and then we bring our knee back. I think that's also a helpful way to remind them to slow down and not to just rebound really quick and come out. I also take a lot of pauses in class, so we have a lot of time for alignment. We don't go super, super fast in our flow, so that everyone can keep in alignment. And no matter what class it is, I always have props so that people can feel like they have that opportunity and not that they are doing something wrong and they need it. They're already there.